Imagine being able to retrieve months of complex mathematical algorithms and data structures during a live, fast-paced lecture in exactly 20 seconds. Sounds like a superpower, right? Well, actually, it's just the baseline of a ruthlessly optimized digital system. This isn't science fiction, folks. It's what happens when you finally bridge that frustrating gap between scattered, messy physical notes and total digital recall. In this explainer, we're tearing down everything, from the raw hardware you actually need to the hidden software gestures that will literally transform a simple piece of glass into an absolute academic powerhouse. Section 1, the digital workflow revolution. Let's get right into it. This whole paradigm shift really kicks into gear the moment you ditch those heavy physical notebooks, especially for highly technical subjects like data mining or discrete math. Look, typing on a keyboard is undeniably fast when you're just transcribing text-heavy lectures. But when it comes to writing out complex algorithms, doing it by hand acts like a cognitive superglue. It drastically boosts your memory retention. Think about it. Trying to map out decision trees on a keyboard is practically impossible. Writing on a screen gives you that same mental burn and connection of traditional note-taking, but with the massive advantage of instant, searchable digital storage. It's a total game changer. Moving on to Section 2, laptop first, iPad second. We need to establish a really hard truth right off the bat. No matter how powerful a tablet is today, your traditional computer remains your non-negotiable primary tool. Here is your exact task hierarchy. If you're compiling code or formatting massive 10-page essays, your laptop is your heavy lifter. But for handwritten math, annotating those massive PDF textbooks, or sketching out complex concepts on the fly, the tablet wins every single time. You're buying the tablet to do exactly what your computer literally cannot do. Section 3, choosing the right hardware. The absolutely crucial point here is figuring out the exact hardware you need so you aren't overspending on unnecessary luxury features. You can actually enter this entire digital ecosystem with the highly capable 128GB base model iPad A16 for strictly between $320 and $400 USD. That is literally all it takes to get started. It packs enough baseline storage to hold years of coursework and way more than enough processing power for everything a student realistically needs to execute on a daily basis. Now, what about accessories? You've got to start surgically here. A stylus, something like the Apple Pencil Pro, is absolutely mandatory for the math and sketching we just talked about. Pair that with a super lightweight smart cover, you know, the kind that folds back to give you a nice little typing or viewing angle. But notice what's missing. Right, hold off on those expensive heavy keyboards. Adding a bulky keyboard immediately ruins the tablet's absolute best feature, its lightweight portability. Wait until you have a proven absolute need for it before dropping that extra cash. Okay, Section 4, the essential app stack. Let's pivot to the software side and look at the exact zero-fluff application blueprint you need to execute this workflow flawlessly. These specific apps form an airtight organizational system. We are talking GoodNotes for unparalleled handwriting, Apple Notes for lightning-fast text capture, and reminders tied directly into your calendar for those strict, non-negotiable deadlines. Throw in Outlook to centralize your emails, plus AI assistants like Gemini and Quad for instant problem-solving. This exact stack syncs your entire digital life instantly across all your devices. Now, when you're inside GoodNotes, you want to apply what we call the ultimate blank page strategy. Forget the fancy templates. Forget the aesthetic digital stickers. Just don't do it. A minimalist approach, literally just a pure blank white page with zero visual distractions, keeps you focused entirely on the raw data. It's radical simplicity at work. Remember, you're there to capture complex information and solve difficult problems, not to win a digital art contest. Moving to Section 5, secret iPad OS productivity hacks. This is where it gets really fun. These are the secret user interface gestures that will instantly transform you from a beginner into a total power user. Say goodbye to fumbling through those tiny, annoying pop-up menus just to copy and paste text. Step 1, just highlight your text block. Step 2, execute a lightning-fast 3-finger pinch on the screen to instantly copy it. It's almost like you're literally picking the words up off the glass. Step 3, navigate to your destination document and use a 3-finger spread to drop and paste the text. It takes seconds to learn, but it will permanently eliminate a massive amount of daily friction for you. And multitasking, it's just as fluid. You can effortlessly drag a corner to resize your university portal on one side of the screen while keeping an active query open with Claude or Gemini right there on the other side. Oh, and if you need to jump between recent full-screen applications, just use a simple 3 or 4 finger horizontal swipe across the glass. It switches your active window instantly without ever needing to touch a home button or open an app switcher. Visualize a stick figure student totally locked into deep concentration. You can force this exact level of focus using a custom study focus mode. By configuring this in your settings, you restrict your home screen strictly to allowed study apps and completely disable all social media notifications. But here's the best part. You can set an automated location-based trigger, so the absolute second you physically step onto your university campus, your tablet automatically locks down the digital noise so you can get straight to work. No willpower required. Finally, Section 6, Deep Dive into Technical Specs. For the true hardware nerds tuning in, we're dedicating this last section to meticulously analyzing the silicon and screen technology. Let's impartially separate the absolute needs from the luxury wants. The iPad Air is an absolute powerhouse. I mean, it's packed with desktop-class M-series computing power, but it uses a standard 60Hz LCD screen. The iPad Pro, on the other hand, demands a premium price for stunning OLED contrast, nano-texture glass, and a buttery-smooth 120Hz refresh rate. Look, if you have the budget, the Pro is incredible. But honestly, the Air is more than capable of executing everything we've discussed today without breaking a single sweat. And keep this in mind, this hardware is remarkably resilient. We're seeing 2018 iPad Pros that are still operating smoothly nearly 8 years later. They run the software, sync the notes, and handle the heavy multitasking beautifully. To put that into perspective, it proves this hardware is a genuine long-term investment in your educational productivity, rather than just some disposable gadget you're going to need to replace every 2 years. So, I want you to take a hard look at your own daily friction points. Are you losing precious time frantically searching through stacks of physical notebooks? Are you getting distracted by endless notifications when you really should be deep in data mining algorithms? What is the single biggest bottleneck in your current digital workflow, and which of these structured techniques are you going to implement today to permanently eliminate it?
If you enjoy this video, click like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell to the later update from my channel. Thank you for watching till the end, and see you in the next video.